Hey, what's going on, guys? So, I don't know if you know, but if you ordered the Xenoblade Chronicles 3 Collector's Edition, which you had to order from Nintendo, you actually got it in two parts. You got the game, and then you get everything else later. And the reason they did that is because apparently the special edition stuff was not ready for release day, but they did not want to deny you the game. So, I actually finally just got mine. I was lucky enough to get one. The pre-ordering process was a nightmare. A lot of crashes, a lot of everything. But hey, I got one, and so I'm gonna open this thing for the channel today. I will say this thing's really heavy. So without further ado, let's go into opening up the Xenoblade Chronicles 3 Collector's Edition. So, as I said, you actually got both parts separate, and I actually haven't opened this yet because I have been honestly too busy playing Elden Ring. I know, right? I did not play Elden Ring when it came out. I just started it a while ago, and I just 100% beat it as of like last week, as of recording this. Like 98 something hours into it, and so now I'm ready for another big game. So the timing of this is really great. But let's go ahead and open this guy up. Let's check it out first. First off, it's an embossed box, so all this is raised. Got the cool holographic bit to it. All of the main characters that we've seen in all the trailers and everything. The side is just real plain Jane. The back is cool though. It's this big foil print of the world and like silhouettes of all the characters. I mean, it looks really, really sharp. So this thing's heavy. I said that earlier, but I meant it. It is very, very heavy. So let's open it up. There's actually nothing to cut, which is pretty cool. But wow, okay, so this is what's in it. Let's. Ugh. So we have the book. This is the bulk of the weight, and that's sealed. We'll open that here in a second. And then this thingy. This is the Steelbook. So this holds the Steelbook. Let's go ahead and take a look at it. Got the logo for the game, all the characters. Basically, it's the same as the front of the box. Steelbook on the inside, it has some of these cool alternate forms from the characters. So that is neat. I will say I lament the fact that, I know these two came separately, but it would have been cool if, the other games can hold the game and the thing. So, I guess they did this because, hey, this is what you're getting. But, I don't know. It would have been cool if I could have put the game in it too. So that's a little bit of a bummer, but this is what we care about, right? This book, and to some extent the game. So I'm gonna go ahead and open up the game just because I get the feeling that there's really not gonna be much to see. So let's just go ahead and get it out of the way. I'd rather end on a high note with this book than a low note with, oh yep, there's just a game card in here. But we'll find out. I always do this. Yeah. Man, come on. Never get this thing. There. Freedom. So, plastic away. And, yeah, there's no book or anything. But they do have a reversible inside of Noctis hanging out by the bonfire with Gladio. No, but it's the rest of the team hanging out at their little campsite. No red spines, so probably something I won't do reversible-wise. But, hey, you got the whole back and everything. Still cool, but this is the real deal. This is why we pre-ordered this, is this hardback book. I'm going to start the opening process. Yeah, that should be good enough, I hope. Hopefully we don't have to reopen the knife. But this thing is, really, like I've said it a couple times now, quite heavy. This is where all the weight was. So you have the letters here are kind of, holographic as well as that. And the back has it as well. So we have the 6 characters here. I'm assuming this is probably them in their like transformed form. So I'm gonna go ahead and say now that obviously I'll be spoiled by opening this book, but I imagine this book is gonna have spoilers in it of some kind. So anyone who, obviously I like watch time on my video, but I'm gonna flip through this, not really slow, but not really quick either. But there may be some spoilers. First thing I do want to see, though, is how many pages it is. And it looks like we are at 259 pages. So we're just going to kind of breeze this book, kind of check it out a bit. Like I said, it's pretty nice. Oof. Let's see if... yeah, cool. Just enough room to get the whole thing in the shot. So, If you've stuck around, then you don't care about spoilers much, if there are any. So it looks like you have a whole big kind of a forward by Tetsuya Takahashi, the executive director, which is cool. They also, just like all the other games, they have it in English and French. I've noticed that with the other ones too. I have every collector's edition for all these, by the way. So, they always kind of do these the same. And I always say this too. So I'm going to make a prediction. It's going to be like characters and then probably bad guys or whatever, then weapons and then environments. That's like, I swear to God, that's like the way. But let's find out. So we got characters. So it's kind of neat. It shows them with their different outfits. Then we have this kind of, I'm assuming, like, kind of transformation state. The look reminds me of the demon state, some of the different demon states from, like, Devil May Cry, like the earlier Devil May Cries, like maybe 3, maybe 1 a little bit. We don't talk about 2. Although, not that we're going to get on a Devil May Cry tangent, my first Devil May Cry was 2. So to me, I was like, oh man, 2 is awesome. Like, this game's great. And then I played the other ones and realized, like, oh my God, they're so much better. So if you've never played the Devil May Cry series and you don't want to hate 2, start with 2. I don't know. This is my 2 cents. But anyway, more characters. I'm going to try to go a little quicker. That's cool. I like how her head thing is kind of shown in the wings. Like, because she has wings on her head. So her transformed version. This is that dude from Bleach, kind of. Except for instead of punchies, he has little birds made of paper. And his is all kind of priest, organically, angelic-y. This dude, I always play as the heavy, so this is going to be probably my guy, I would imagine. But hey, we'll find out. You never know. His little demon state thing, kind of like a Hercules beetle. Real big, real bulky. Of course, there's the other heavy, the girl with the flame hair. And she gets kind of a cool... This looks like something from like Mega Man Zero. In fact, a lot of these kind of do. So that's pretty cool. Other characters, side characters. This guy's kind of cool, like a Dynasty Warriors kind of vibe. A lot of cool characters here. That is a female version of that dude from Dot Hack. Straight up. A lot of Dot Hack vibes in this series anyway, just art-wise. Ooh, cool kind of rogue shooty McShooty guy. Man, this game is going to be très magnifique. Très magnifique. So, more characters. Looks like we're going into bad guys. I'm only going to say that because this looks like M. Bison. So I feel like these are bad guys. These don't look like good guys. Which is on par with what I said, right? I said good guys, bad guys, weapons, environments. So these all look bad guy-esque. We're going to keep on, flip on. These look like just your regular old... Joe Schmo soldiers. Go a little bit quicker here. We're about a little less than halfway through the book. Civilians, maybe? I mean, I don't know. There could be a lot of characters. And what I say? Enemies. I called it. I am the one who knocks. Look at these guys. This is going to be a really cool game. I like the world that they build in the Xenoblade games. It always feels very lived in, very real, which is cool because it makes it... just more immersive, right? Makes it less boring. Nothing sucks like a world. Imagine if BioShock had like a crappy world, right? Like you would not remember that game as much. These guys are kind of angelic. Colonies. What is this? Is this like places or no? Maybe this is sure very plot dependent. So I'm gonna kind of scroll through. Looks like you live. The colonies are living beings, which is pretty cool. Real Gundam, obviously Gundam-esque kind of stuff. These environments, locations. Maybe out of order. I guess unless weapons don't get their own thing, in which case, am I still kind of right? Maybe it's like if there was weapons, they would have been in between. I don't know, but I mean, some of these landscapes look great. I like how it's like this edge of the world type feel to it. Oof, this is gonna be a game. I tell you that. I will tell you that. Although, if you've ever played the Xenoblade games, it's like they have, so all the voice actors are like Aussies, and they always have like a couple canned, like quotes, lines they say, and like I swear to God, they say them all the time. So I'm fully expecting that in this game. like, you know, what comes to mind in like the last game. Oh, no, weapons. I was wrong. I was like, oh, the Monado, the power of the Monado. Like, I feel like I'm going to hear that a million times. Well, you know, not that, but something like that. Cool, though, showing all the weapons. I was just out of order, but man, really neat. I guess this is like this game's version of the sword shields. You know what I'm talking about. They were in the past. This game needs a good gun blade. Maybe that's what that is. I don't know. They got guns, though. Bows. Kind of like pole arms. Man, that's some cool... This game is going to be real neat. This is going to be a fun one. This is a nice art book, by the way. Big fan. Big fan of it. Objects. So they even have a thing for objects. Just notebooks and items and tents and all sorts of little things. Boxes. Look at... There's a whole page dedicated to crates. Here's a page dedicated to more crates. So, pretty cool. Like I said, this is a really nice book. I always like a good art book. I also like a good soundtrack, which this did not come with, which is a bummer. But, you know, what if the soundtrack stinks? It probably won't be, but who knows? Storyboards. So this is probably spoilery. But, you know, everyone likes a good storyboard. I'm probably going to revisit this when I come back to... Oh, okay, here's the thing that says spoilers. So here's what I'm going to do. Because I gave a spoiler warning, I'm going to personally close my eyes. So I'll keep showing this. I'll flip slowly for anyone who wants to see it, but I'm not going to look at it. So hopefully you like it. Oh, remember that part where that guy does that thing? Oh, man, that's nothing compared to this part where the guy does the other thing. Or how about this one? How many pages are left? Jesus. And then there's another thing probably. Who knows? Look at all that stuff. That sure is. Remember that? Remember when that guy walked over to that guy and was like, "You're not even pointing at guys. What are you watching?" Oh, it feels different. Okay, that's the end of it. So that was everything in the book. And what a nice book it was. Yeah, so, you know, hey, hopefully you got something out of that. Hopefully you got one of these if you were interested. And hopefully, you know, I get to enjoy this game. So I'm going to go do that right now, in fact. So I will catch you guys later. So, as advertised, I mean, it came with everything that it said it was going to, and it's all pretty great. But hey, what do you guys think? Down below, let me know if you ended up getting one, if you're lucky enough to get one. I know they actually said you could order 2 per person. It was an act of God for me to get 1. So, like, you know, not that I would ever really buy 2, because it's like, well, why would I do that? But I know some people, you know, they might have bought 2 to sell 1 or maybe help out a friend. Let me know if you ended up getting 1 or 2 or any down below. It'd be really cool to hear what you think about it as well. And, you know, hey, have an awesome day. That's going to do it for us today, guys. Once again, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for subscribing. If you haven't, please do. It would be fantastic. But as always, my friends, take it easy.